Hey, okay. I'm gonna make this quick. Welcome to my channel. My name's Alex. I'm out here having a really peaceful hike. It's so nice out here right now. Sometimes it's really windy. You can't hear anything. There's like one spot to park a car on the side of the highway here on Sunrise Highway, I'm sorry, towards Mount Laguna. And in this area there's just one parking spot, so I'm here by myself enjoying, and it's so nice. I just wanted to quickly make a quick point on. I had this thought of, so my last episode of my podcast, Floating City Podcast, I'll leave a link down below. It was with this guy named Rami. Amazing dude, super smart, really, he is really dialed into nature therapy, and he has a glamping business. So he has it's a glamorous camping. It's pretty much camping, being exposed to nature like this, but you're not losing the luxuries of modern day stuff like electricity. Plugging your phone in your tent, and being able to, like, if it's too cold, it's heated. There's ways to cook food and all that, but you're still out exposed to nature. And he really believes in exposing yourself to nature and the biodiversity that lives out in nature, and it really re-inspired me, because I believe in it, but I just haven't I don't really meet much people that are like that. So it sparked up this conversation in me. Like I said, I'll leave the link to that conversation down below, and it sparked this conversation of, like, we have to make an effort. We have, like, no one's in our society. We really are pulling ourselves away from nature, and it's our job to really expose ourselves, go out of our way and expose ourselves to these natural settings, because slowly but surely we're being kind of pulled away from it. And it may not be intentional, but horror movies like Blair Witch Project, being like out in the woods and being like killed by a witch or whatever, and Jaws, like being scared of like being in the ocean, The Hills Have Eyes, being like out in these caves, and all of these, it's all set out in instilling this fear in being out in nature. Not the main point of the stories, but that does, it does have that element to it, which is interesting or whatever. But I guess my point is to go out of our way to reintroduce ourselves to nature, to stop being scared of it, because there's more of a risk going out, driving to the major city. You know what I mean? There's more risk of doing a lot of things than there is going out in nature. Of course, I live in Southern California. There's a risk of rattlesnakes, mountain lions, all that kind of stuff, brown recluse spiders. I don't want to be naive to all the real things that we should educate ourselves on when going out to places like this, and practicing safety. But it's important to see views like this, to breathe the air in, to really expose yourself to this kind of stuff. And it doesn't have to just be like a hike like this. It could just be like gardening, putting your hands in soil, and it's really important to me. It's really important to just hang out under a tree, to go bird watching. It's so important to put yourself in these situations where we can connect better with nature. Eating food, this is something not a lot of people talk about. Eating foods that are are closest to its natural state, not overly processing and going crazy with processing foods. And I think it's really important. I really do. I think there's a huge element that's missing in our society, and that's definitely one of them that interconnects with a lot of other things. So make that effort in your life to expose yourself in whatever way you can to nature therapy, if you will. Rami talks a lot about biodiversity, how important it is to expose yourself to the biodiversity of nature, and how important it is. And I really do believe in that. He said that he goes free diving in Mexico. He's opening up another glamping site with his business in Mexico, and how he goes free diving, and there's sharks, there's whales, there's all these crazy animals, and these animals that we're taught to fear. And he says there's no there's no fear. There should be no fear in it. They're extremely intelligent animals, and when you disconnect yourself from it, you'll never know that. But he said it's the most magical thing, interacting with these animals that are extremely intelligent on a level that you won't really know unless you went and did that. So that's just, coming back to like this point of just see what it's, if you have any fear of being out in nature, expose yourself a little bit to it. Go on a short hike. It doesn't have to be some crazy, side of the highway kind of hike like I'm doing right now. But really expose yourself, and you'll learn a lot about yourself. You'll learn a lot about the world around you. We are natural beings. That's just point blank. We evolved from being hunter-gatherers. So we were out here picking berries, exposing ourselves to extreme weather conditions, we come from that, being resilient from that. So who we are now are products of people that didn't die that did that. So to come back to this is actually really good. I really believe it's really good and important for us. So anyways, I guess what I wanted to say is go out of your way to expose yourself to nature, because in our society, it's not going to be pushed or incentivized or anything. It's really going to be up to you to actually do that. There's a lot to learn from it, and I'll link my the conversation that I had with Rami in the description box below in my last podcast. It's in video form as well as on audio for those that like to listen to just the audio. It's on iTunes. And thanks for watching. And yeah, please heed my inspiration, and take that inspiration if that inspires you, and really go with it. Even like I said, even just like hanging out in a garden or under a tree or something, or just sitting out on the grass. And just try some form of nature therapy out. There's a ton of different ways of doing it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good rest of your night. I'm going to enjoy the rest of the sunset and take it in. Thank you. Have a good day.